This video randomly came in the YouTube page, and I wasn't going to click on it, but the guy looked like he was jacked, and I didn't know who he was, and I'm always interested in fitness, so I started listening. And I initially thought that it would be a very standard advice of, go to the gym, do this, and it is actually a pretty standard advice, but it was something that resonated with at least what I believe in. I practice very less of what I believe in, especially when it comes to fitness. No, more or less I practice, I would say. Just the sleeping part is here and there, but most of it I follow. So it really resonated with me what the guy was talking about and the physique that this guy had. And then I started searching, and I realized he was like 40 or 45 years old, jacked. And I didn't know, but obviously a lot of people in the comments were talking about how he's not natty. Maybe he's not, but the advice is really good, and it's really sound, very fundamentally sound advice. That's all that I would like to say, and let's quickly listen to what this guy has to say.
Retire is a word that I don't want to use. I feel like if I say that I'm retired, that like you guys are putting me in a home. I was eating earlier at the lobby. I want to, and I say, what do you do to help yourself? That one question, right? He looked over, like he's obviously overweight and everything. and I say, what do you do to help yourself? Like, you just tell me, what do you do for me to help you? How do you help yourself? How have you been helping yourself? You say, no, I was always thinking about it, but I say, there you go. If I tell you go to the gym, you won't. So I'll just say the simplest thing. Start slowly. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're eating, cut in half, right? Whatever you do.
Start slowly, whatever you can do. I mean, great advice.
And start counting your calorie, or start counting your step, for instance.
Yeah.
Count your step. Like walk a bit more, stop taking the lift, take the stairs instead of taking the lift.
Take the stairs, walk more. I don't know how true it is, but there is a talk of 10,000 steps or 15,000 steps per day. Again, I mean, you can obviously talk about conspiracy that they have to sell a lot of fitness bands and watches, etc., smartwatches, etc., and that's why, or phones, and that's why everybody's talking about those steps and all that. But walking in general, since the dawn of times, I mean, humans have walked. So very simple thing which you can start doing: walking, drinking more water, probably sleeping well, getting some sun or getting out in the nature. Very simple things. You don't need to spend anything, you don't need to buy new clothes, none of that marketing thing that a lot of people talk about.
Do these little things and you make a difference, right? But if you're consistent, you say, how many push-ups do you think I should do? And I say, how many push-ups do you want to do? You say, but I'm sure you're going to ask me to do 100 push-ups. I say, no, I'm not going to ask you to do 100 push-ups. Do 10 push-ups. Do 10 push-ups.
Beautiful advice. Yeah, this is the intimidating part, right? If I go to the gym, how will I use the machines? How embarrassing would it be? If I start exercising, will I be able to do more than one push-up or not? And so many things. Like for me, I think probably because I'm older, I can understand, until unless you have gotten over that hill of that mental barrier, it's very difficult to simplify these things. But for me, like, I just do one push-up and one squat, but I just ensure that descent and the ascension are extremely slow. Like, I would take 10 counts to descend and then 10 counts to come up, or 5 counts to descend and 5 counts to come up. Similarly with the squat, and that's it. That's all that I would do. But again, you will have to design it for yourself. And I read a beautiful thing somewhere that as you get older, if you don't become like a scientist for your own body, if you don't develop methods and mechanisms for your own body, you will be in and out of doctor's office for a very long time, and you will have a lot of trouble physically. You will spend a lot of money, time, but just imagine that it would interfere in your day-to-day experience, and that's just. But again, there are so many people talking so rationally about all these things, and yet people are struggling so much. So there is that need for aggression, that no, I want it and I'm going to get it. I don't know how you're going to get that attitude, but if you're not, then if you get the attitude, there are good things and bad things that will happen. If you don't, there are good things and bad things that will happen, and you will have to bear both. So up to you.
Push up, but do them every day.
Yeah.
Just be consistent. Do them every day. And you're gonna see at one stage, I'm not gonna ask you to do anything. You're gonna try and put the push-up, you're gonna add 5 to it or 20 to it because you can, because you're feeling better, right? Because you're feeling better, you're gonna add to it. I don't have to tell you anything. So start with 10. It seems like nothing, right? 10 is very easy, right? You say yes. Okay, start with 10. Just do this little thing, but do them every day. Be consistent. So I think it's all about being consistent. And people are always rushing. People want it now. They want it quick. I know, because
this part about rushing, obviously we all panic, right? That I have to go to beach in 2 weeks, or I'm not seeing any results after a week or something like that. And rationally, obviously, it's about being patient. Another thing that may help you is that it took you 2 years or 3 years or 6 months to gain all this weight. So it will take you at least 4, 5 months or 6 months to remove all this weight and build muscle or whatever is required. So I would say that it's I think equivalent to being motivated to achieve or to work. I mean, if you start running towards all those concepts of motivation, confidence, etc., it becomes very difficult, because you just spiral into your head, and you keep on thinking about confidence and peace and all those things, motivation, etc., discipline, etc. Rather, you simply focus on, this is what needs to be done and I'm going to do this. That's it. And all of these things automatically come into the picture. I have to do this, I have to finish this, and I'm going to do it. Automatically, somebody looking from outside will say that you are disciplined. Somebody looking at you from outside will say, oh, you are confident, etc. So I think it's the similar thing here. Don't worry about losing weight and all that. Don't put goals and all of that. Just say that I'm going to do this. I'm going to drink, let's say, 3 liters of water. I'm going to go out in the sun or in the nature for 15 minutes. That's it. I'm going to go and walk for 40 minutes or 30 minutes or 20 minutes at least. And that's it. Automatically, everything will start happening. We'll start walking more, running more, etc. So instead of all those mental aspects, I would say that just focus on doing the work, and automatically all the mental aspects will be taken care of. I think people have it backwards, that they say that if you don't have mentality, the work will suffer. I think it's the other way. You start working, the mentality automatically builds up.
I always get this message, oh, Alain, how do you do to get your lats? Or how do you do to... And if I say, oh, I did this, oh, but I've been doing it for 6 months, how come I don't have it also? Everyone is in a hurry. Everyone is like in a rush, Alain, do you think, how long is it going to take me to do the split? Can I do the split in 2 months? You see what I mean?
It's so amazing what you talked about, lats, right? Given the kind of access that we have to social media, everybody, if you ask anybody about anything, I think we have so much access to YouTube and all these great speeches from great thinkers in fitness, philosophy, studies, entertainment, etc. Everybody knows everything, but when it comes to actually doing it, it's very, very difficult. I mean, we know everything about everything, but when it comes to actually doing it, a lot of us don't. So, I mean, in this case, he talked about building lats. I'm sure if you ask somebody how to, build biceps, somebody will talk about hammer curls and bicep curls and Zottoman curls, etc. Or somebody talked about, how to build your back. People will talk about lat pull downs, pull-ups, rowing, this and that, etc. But again, simple things. You have to do a few things. I think you should focus on doing the work, and everything else will be taken care of. And as and when you move to the next stage, your mind will automatically adapt to it. So great advice. I hope you listen to him. Go and listen to him. Amazing. I will quickly read few comments. I think a lot of people are talking about enthusiasm is common, discipline is rare. A professor used that quote on the first day of class during my senior year. It has stuck with me since then and can be applied to many things. Great. If it works for you, great. I'm 50. As of today, I've lifted 5 days a week in the mornings for exactly 1 year. 52 weeks straight. It's been a journey. People don't lack motivation, they lack discipline and dedication. True. Two of the hardest things to do in life: consistency and patience. Okay, I literally went to the pull-up bar in the gym to do one pull-up. I would do one pull-up, rest a few seconds, do another pull-up until I did 10 pull-ups total. Now I can do 5 pull-ups non-stop. Amazing. This is the way. I'm on the way to 10 non-stop pull-ups. Forget how you look now. Just go in the gym, do your thing. In the beginning, it's not about looks, it's about mental. Everything starts in the mind first. Agreed? I mean, that's the problem with words, right? As soon as you say something, you can always find something that is contradictory to it or opposite to it. And the path is to not get stuck there. If you can worry yourself sick, you can think yourself strong. Oh man, I totally agree. Consistency is the key. From 300 pounds to 180 pounds. Beautiful. 120 pounds from 2013 to 2022, still doing it every day. Beautiful. Little things add up to be whole. Big facts. Amazing. I'm 52. January 1st, 2022, started 365 day yoga challenge, 10 minutes a day minimum. Started with 10-minute yoga videos. Today is day 248. Okay, I now do 60 minutes almost every day. See, started with 10 minutes, now automatically increased to 60 minutes almost every day, whether it's a class or video or just practicing on my own. I do take a light day on Sundays where I just do restorative practice. This coming Saturday, I start my 200-hour yoga training, teacher training. Oh wow, I can honestly say that at 52, I now have better flexibility than I did in my 20s. I can do a full headstand, into a split and back into headstand. I can also do a crow. I'm working on full middle splits, side arm balance and a handstand. I hope to achieve these by day 365, but honestly it doesn't matter when or if I get there. Exactly. That's the problem with goals, right? The disappointment part of it. That's why you don't fixate on aim, goals, nothing. You find a thing to do and you do it consistently. A year ago, I could hardly walk. My hip hurt so bad from lack of mobility. I started this challenge to gain some mobility, slow down the aging process. By the time my challenge is done, I will be a certified yoga teacher. All this to say, this man is spot on. Consistency is key. 10 minutes, 60, 120, doesn't matter. Just do it consistently. The rest will take care of itself. Beautifully put. I couldn't have said it better. Nobody could have said it better. Beautifully put. Alain, there is no hack, no gimmick, just be consistent. Mark Bell. This one trick will help you age in reverse. Yeah, the title is slightly misleading, but I mean, if you do this, obviously you will start aging in reverse. Not really, but you will start undoing a lot of damage. Amazing video. Okay, I think we have dragged it on for a long time. Let me know what you think about this video. What do you think about fitness? How do you stay consistent? What's your approach? What quotes or who is that, philosopher or influencer or somebody from the past whose words resonate with you and put you on the right mindset or the right track when you are struggling? Let me know in the comments and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.